Time intrigues me. After all, what is time, I wonder? Is it an illusion, or a notion, or a concept alive only in our minds? Would you believe if I say, in the absence of metamorphosis, time is non-existent? In the all-pervasive and perpetual path to metamorphosis, is time an imaginary landmark, or just an illusory dotted line in the cosmic page of evolution? From a bud to a blossom, from a flower to a fruit, the wind in motion, the change in temperature, from one season to another, from young to old, from birth to death, from one life to another. This ongoing process of change, the universal law of nature, caught and framed as the past, present, and future. If you ask me, time is not even as real as a rainbow or a sweet aroma. There is no such thing as yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Time is the most abstruse of all human ideas.
I'm talking to a writer, Mridula Vyas, and you just read one of your poems. And this poem is called Time Intrigues Me.
Yes.
And you have questioned time. What is time?
Right.
And at some point you said time is non-existent.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on this
I
a
mean,
little bit?
if you just think about time, you cannot see it. You cannot feel it. It's something very abstract in my mind. It's nothing concrete. It's very abstract. And the only way you can see time or feel time is you have to have some reference point that tells you that, okay, that was yesterday, this is today, and tomorrow will be our future. But that's only in reference to a sort of metamorphosis or a change. But without any reference point, you can neither feel nor see nor know what is time.
Is it not also true that when our time ends, we leave the world and we maybe the journey continues,
Right.
Maybe we enter another life, but we leave this world.
This world, right.
And in a way, we are wearing time, like a child is wearing time and an
Yes.
old person is wearing the
These
time.
are the reference points.
Yeah.
I look at it.
And the
that way.
destruction,
The destruction
that time does to you.
does to you. Exactly.
We wear that.
Yes.
So
That is how I see time. That's the only way one can see or feel time.
And what about timeless? If time is something that we can wonder about, you must also think about timelessness.
That's a very good point. Yes.
Because when we talk about literature, sometimes we say that this piece of writing is timeless.
Yes. Yes. That's in a way that's said for those that last for as long as we live, or as long as humanity lives. That's what we refer to as timeless, I suppose.
Who is or who are your main influences as a writer?
My father. He's at the top of my list.
How did he inspire you?
It started in my childhood days when I was very young. I remember my father's only focus was me. He tried to give all he could to me. I remember
Is he still alive?
Oh, no. He passed away, yeah.
At what age?
He passed away at the age of 89. That's right.
Do you have siblings?
I have one sister. She lives in Bombay, and she has a family, her husband and a son. In fact, they are visiting me very soon this month.
Is there anybody else, like any other writer or?
Oh, yes, authors, yes. That's one thing my father did for me, is introduce me to many authors, both in Bengali literature and in English. I remember as a little girl, I read Tagore. His favorite poem was Shah Jahan. And I remember I used to recite, I had it by heart, the Shah Jahan, when I was not even 10 years old. And my father used to take great pride in me. When we used to have a party or a gathering of his friends, he would ask me to recite that poem, and I would do it.
Do you remember a few lines from Shah Jahan?
এ কথা জানিতে তুমি ভারতীশ্বর শাহজাহান, কাল স্রোতে ভেসে যায় জীবন যৌবন ধন মান, শুধু তব অন্তর বেদনা চিরন্তন হয়ে থাক, সম্রাটের ছিল এ সাধনা. It goes on and on. I mean, it's a long poem, but
it sounds wonderful as you were reciting, because Tagore is probably the most loved,
yes, and adored
and respected,
yes,
and the towering figure in Bangla literature, of course.
Yes.
So when you were reciting, it felt wonderful. Do you remember a few more lines, maybe?
Then I'll have to start all over again. It's been so long, এ কথা জানিতে তুমি ভারতীশ্বর শাহজাহান, কাল স্রোতে ভেসে যায় জীবন যৌবন ধন মান, শুধু তব অন্তর বেদনা চিরন্তন হয়ে থাক, সম্রাটের ছিল এ সাধনা. রাজশক্তি বজ্রসু কঠিন সন্ধ্যা রক্ত রাগ সম, তন্দ্রা তলে হয় হোক লীন, কেবল একটি দীর্ঘশ্বাস নিত্য ইচ্ছ্বসিত হয়ে সকরুণ করুক আকাশ, এই তব মনে ছিল আশ. আর খুব একটা মনে পড়ছে না.
You know what, there were so many emperors who ruled India.
Right.
But why did Tagore choose Shah Jahan to write about? What do you think? How do you have you ever wondered?
That's a very good question, actually. আমার মনে হয় শাহজাহানটা লিখেছেন শাহজাহানের যে বেগম ছিলেন মমতাজ বেগম, যাকে নিয়ে যাকে মানে যার স্মৃতিতে উনি তাজমহলটা গড়লেন, হয়তো that is what captivated Tagore, the romantic notion, or the love that he had, the intensity of that love of Shah Jahan for his begum, which he made it timeless through Taj Mahal.
How does Tagore influence you in your writing or in your life?
In so many ways. It's very hard to distinguish. I mean, I guess those of us who have grown up with Tagore's literature have embodied it so meticulously in all our thoughts that it's very hard to point out, that this is what it is or that's what it is. That it's all encompassing in our thought process. That's how I look at it.
Is there any other writer who influenced you as much as Tagore?
After that, I would say when I grew up, I was reading Shakespeare. Yes, Shakespeare, yes, I would say.
Any particular play by Shakespeare?
I mean, he wrote 37 plays, so yes, Othello comes to mind. Actually, as a young girl, I remember I played Desdemona. I mean, we did a little a piece from the Othello, which is the murder scene of Othello, where Othello actually strangles Desdemona to death because he thought she was unfaithful to him. That scene, the murder scene, I directed it, and then I played as Desdemona, and my sister, she played the role of the maid. I think her name was Emilia. This was again so long ago, before I came to this country. Yeah, there are so many of those. Yeah, Macbeth.
Do you read contemporary Bangla literature? Do you see any?
Unfortunately not, because maybe it's an excuse I'm making, but I really don't get the opportunity, or I don't have a chance to read much of the modern writers. But I used to enjoy Said Mustafa Ali in Bengali literature. I used to enjoy reading him. And then, of course, Sharat Chandra, Bankim Chandra.
Is it because contemporary writers don't grab your attention, or what?
I should not say that, because I don't even have that exposure, unfortunately. I'm a bit ashamed to say that. But I haven't stayed in touch with that. I've been so engrossed in my writing that takes
Do you
most of my
feel
time.
that the language Bangla is changing? For example, Tagore was writing 100 years ago,
Right.
and now the Bangla has changed, and contemporary writers are continuously experimenting and breaking the language.
That is, I think, that's very normal, very natural for that to happen.
For example, Shunil is
Sunil Gangotpaধ্যায়.
one of the contemporary
Right.
writers.
Yes.
Shirshendu and Shokti and
Shakti Chattopadhyay. I've heard their names, but I'm ashamed to say I'm not familiar with them. I'm not familiar with their literature. I think I should. Once I'm done with my writing, I think that's what I should do next.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're most welcome. Thank you for your time.